rendered a little bit speechless, but when I saw this, I kind of didn't know what to say. And I'm still finding my words because this is just amazing. I think of either Grace Kelly's jewelry collection or Elizabeth Taylor's jewelry collection, and the idea that we are seeing something of this just beauty and originality here at QVC on Gem Day is just so exciting to me. An Ethiopian opal with white sapphire set in sterling silver. More than 7 whopping carats of that beautiful white opal. Absolutely gorgeous, totally offset by those white sapphires. Yep, white sapphires all around that opal. You're saving about $200 on this piece, but only for today. Now, Jeff, I know that you are an opal collector. I know you're a gemstone collector, but opals are kind of your jam. So
yeah,
I'm just gonna let you go here, and I'm gonna let myself continue to be sort of speechless because this is just so beautiful.
yeah, and here's the thing about this opal, and I'm going to let you all in on some secrets here about this, but it's hard to show on TV. It's hard to show with lighting in general, but it will pop. It will have all the amazing colors in person when you see it.
Yeah.
Because an opal is actually chemically made up of naturally bits of water inside of the opal, so it's really hard to photograph, hard to video, but naturally, right in front of you, you're going to say, "Oh my goodness." So here's the thing. I've been collecting this opal for years. It was only discovered in 2010. So this is one of the newest opal discoveries in the entire world in Wello, Ethiopia. Believe it or not, back then a farmer was walking his property, looking at his crops, looking at his animals and checking the fence lines. And all of a sudden on a trail, he sees this busted up rock that's just glowing, like the heavens have just opened up a rainbow in front of him, right? He had no idea he had just discovered one of the most incredible opals ever discovered, but he couldn't figure out where it came from. So looking up 4,000 feet into the air on a mountain in the cliff was a huge crack in the vein where this opal had come from. So to this day, because of the location of the mine being incredibly high and difficult to get to, it's still being mined pretty much mostly by hand. It's hard to get this opal out of Ethiopia these days. I will tell you right now that I've been collecting it for years because my oldest son, Cooper, his birthstone is opals. So I have been doing this for many years, and I will tell you this. I worked with, many of you know that I do a lot of designer tanzanite, right?
Yes.
Some of the finest grade tanzanite, morganite, blue zircon, things like this you've seen on the air before, and maybe you've purchased yourself. That same vendor, distributor, dealer, one of the biggest global gemstone businesses in the world is who provided this opal for us. I said, I want the best opal. And remember, if it's 7+ carats, which I believe this one is, right?
Yes, it is. I've got 7.5.
That's the
carats.
weight. So that's the weight. And I say that because it's not the size, right? That's the weight. This in size is much bigger than you're going to expect because opals are very lightweight, meaning their density is light. So this is a big stone. It's going to look like a 12-carat sapphire size-wise if it were a sapphire. Does that make sense?
100%.
It's about the weight.
No, very, very well explained. Again, I just love, I learned so much from you, and I just love that. But again, this is like half an inch long, 3/4 of an inch wide. So this is, the presence on this, as Jeff was saying, is way bigger than what you might imagine for just a little 7.5 carats. But again, because that is the weight, not the size. And I love that you said this was discovered by mistake.
Yeah. And here's the
Incredible.
cool thing too. This designer that I work with, and they created this for us after I chose this beautiful opal with our buyers, you know, if he were to have made this with diamonds, keep in mind it's surrounded by beautiful gemstones, real gemstones, but if it would have been diamond, if it would have been set in gold or platinum, this would be marketed and sold in the average price point of $4,000 to $5,000.
No way.
So this is going to look exactly like you're wearing a ring that's worth $4,000 to $5,000 if it were gold, diamonds, or platinum and diamonds, and that big collector's grade Ethiopian opal.
But
so you're getting the greatest value. You've got the opal.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. The star of the show, however, will be on your finger. Incredible. We are offering this at a today-only price. Now, it's still an investment, and we understand that. So we're also offering 12-month special financing if you shop with your QVC credit card. Also on 5 easy monthly payments, $159.89. But if you absolutely are thinking, oh my gosh, I love this, don't wait until tomorrow, because this is a today-only price, and that means before the clock strikes midnight or just at that moment, this price will be gone, and it's brand new today. J367163.
Hey, Katrina.
Yes.
Can I ask you to try something for me? And we're going to just kind of go with this, because opals are difficult to show the light. But if you can, I know we've got all the studio light in there because I've obviously been sitting with you before. If you can take your hand and just kind of block some of that light, we'll get a good close-up shot of that opal.
There you go.
And I think she's going to really, there, you can see how the colors, see how the colors come alive in almost darkness. So in the natural light of your home, in the natural light of the sun, this is going to be full of color. When you have the big LED or the white lights that shine on it, which we need for camera, and we need as program hosting guests, right?
Yes.
It doesn't do opals justice. It's one of the only gemstones that's difficult to show, but my goodness, when you get this at home, it is a true high collector's grade quality opal.
Just that fire, that's where it comes alive, and that's what we look for.
Look at the colors
in opals. Wow, look at that. Absolutely exquisite right here, all that rainbow
And you're looking for, in opals like this, and I'm sorry, but I wanted to just stress the color because you got a great shot going on there, Katrina, and thank the team there with you. I really appreciate it. This is showing you what you're looking for. As a collector, when I grade it, from a gemologist point of view, when you grade an opal, you grade it on how many colors you see. And are those colors all the way around or just in one spot, right? Are there any veins in it, right? None of that. This is a high quality. You've got the reds, the greens, the yellows, the oranges, everything you need in an Ethiopian opal. If it was an Australian opal, I would say look for greens and blues. But in the Ethiopian opal, you're looking for the reds, the oranges, the greens, the blues, all that. But you like to see the domination of the reds and the oranges and the pinks.
Wow. We found treasure here at QVC, and it comes in the form of this Ethiopian opal with white sapphires set in sterling silver. Today only price $799.44, but we're making it easy for you to get this treasure home. 12-month financing, no interest if paid in full if you shop with your QVC credit card. Spread those payments over 1 year. Remember, this price goes away at the end of the day. We have a matching bracelet available. It is gorgeous.